Commercials in Comics is paid for by friends of Sekastab, the Center for Eliminating Comic Ads, or to shove them all to the back. Hello everyone, I'm Captain Logan, and welcome back to Commercials in Comics, the show where I lampoon the seemingly last refuge of ridiculous advertisement, comic books. I will find you. If you're hilarious, I will find you. I will find you! Unless, of course, you're in a 50 Shades of Grey DVD case, then I probably won't find you. Today, we are returning back to 1987 for part 2 of ads I found in this comic, Cloak and Dagger number 10. And man, is this the gift that just keeps on giving. There were so many ads in this that I wanted to deal with, I decided to save the rest of them for today's show, for right now. And lucky for you, finally, it is right now! Now, I know since last we saw each other on this show, Batman v Superman happened, Deadpool became the most unlikely success since that viral song with the guy in the dog costume that somebody made Morgan Freeman do a dramatic reading of that one time, and kids have graduated from high school, but here we are, back to do it again, finally. Let's do this thing. Would you like up to a 20% discount on all new comics? Up to 20%? Boy, would I ever! Are you tired of missing issues? Gosh, yes, advertisement hoping to sell me things, I sure am. Do you like mint comics? I don't know. Mint anything is pretty good. It's like hollow chocolate. Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, Spider-Man, all kind of comes out the same, really. Although it would be cool to get mint comics. Mint. Would you like a free illustrated info pack? Well, I sure like it when things are cheap, and free is as cheap as it gets. Universal Comics. Hey, cool, they make movies, have their own theme parks, and sell comics? Wait, a store that only has one location in Massachusetts? That's hardly Universal. It must have been a lot cheaper to get ads in comics back then if local stores were taking out ads in nationally public comics, before the internet. Up to always bothered me. Just tell me exactly what I have to do to get the highest percentage discount. You say 20% hoping nobody will notice the up to, but you have to say up to or it's false advertising. Just say buy this much, get 20%. And if the deal isn't that good, then it's not a selling point in the first place. I like how Wolverine motioning for me to come over and get a face full of retractable claws is trying to entice me to come get that up to 20% discount. No thanks. I think I'll go to a store that doesn't want to stab me in the face under the pretense of a good deal.
And I wonder, still I wonder, who stopped the rain?
Jeez, Dr. Doom, you just had to get that song stuck in my head. I'm not going to be able to get that out for a week. Yeah, come to think of it, it's been months and I still haven't actually read this comic I pulled ads out of to make fun of. And the cover is really cool. Cloak and Dagger sure don't seem like they'd be any match for Dr. Doom, especially a gigantic Dr. Doom. That's probably just the cover, though, like what do you call it? Like a metaphor. Like he's this insurmountable foe and they're just a couple of untrained superpowered teenagers. But it looks like he's got a device to control the weather, so I don't know, maybe he does pull a Lord Zed and make himself grow. Story! Potentially interesting! Can't concentrate on ads! Must flip pages backwards! Ah! Focus! We don't have time to read the thing these pages were actually primarily made for. Almost ended up with a comic vault there for a second. Oh, wait. It's gonna be one anyway. Here comes another one of those annoying one-page ads that looks like it's part of the comic you're reading for a second. Good God, how many of those are there in this? The Amazing Spider-Man in the Free the Captain mystery. Yeah, free the Captain. Free the Captain Logan from having to read this goofy Captain Crunch ad. Doesn't Peter Parker have anything better to do than to save breakfast? I mean, I get it. With great power comes great responsibility. But really? My spider sense tells me I better find Captain Crunch and spin out of here fast, or breakfast will be doomed and I'll be sogged. Sogged, is that a word?
No, that's not a word.
If he was just trying to save some poor sea captain in a big blue hat from Sogmaster, yeah, Yeah, he makes cereal all soggy. I guess that should have been Moist's master plan from Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. If that's all Spider-Man was trying to do, then, I mean, that's a good thing to do. That's using your spider powers to help people. But why is he so worried about breakfast? Even if Sogmaster made every cereal in the world soggy because there's not enough crunch power. Look at the newspaper. Crunch power. What is that, the power cosmic for cereal mascots? There's other stuff you could eat for breakfast. Sogmaster can't ruin pancakes or waffles or French toast or bacon. I mean, I guess mountains of milk like that ruin everything, but I get the feeling he's just going after cereal. Captain Crunch is part of a complete breakfast. The cereal, not the person that you're trying to save. But you can still complete a breakfast with other stuff. Muffins, donuts, Pop-Tarts, Danishes. And how is winning a sweepstakes and freeing Captain Crunch the only way to solve this problem? I don't know, I'm just not feeling the global stakes here. Oh, and here's an oldie but a goodie. No purchase necessary to enter the sweepstakes, but the clues and secret phone numbers to tell you how to free the captain are in boxes of Captain Crunch. So, purchase does seem a little necessary. I love how they're trying to hit kids twice here, too. Get your parents to go buy the box of cereal and run up the phone bill. I sure hope some kid found the captain, or Spider-Man is going to have to buy a lot more Captain Crunch than he could possibly afford. It's like Charlie Bucket trying to get the golden ticket, except that the fate of breakfast were at stake. A golden goose would really come in handy right now. I wish Dr. Seuss had written that book, How the Grinch Stole Breakfast. Step 1, build a robot that makes things soggy with giant gobs of milk. Step 2, print an ad in a bunch of comics compelling kids to get their parents to buy Captain Crunch and to stop aforementioned soggy thing-making robot guy.
Sorry, that's how the Grinch made a lot of money under the pretense of helping Spider-Man stop an evil villain scheme.
Brax Gum Dinger Adventures. Brack, huh? I guess I have to read all the voices like Brack. I just can't stop thinking about delicious Brax Gum Dinger Pops. Me too. All those mouth-watering flavors. Yeah, cherry, grape, watermelon, apple, orange, strawberry ice cream, and vanilla ice cream. And the delicious bubblegum center. Gum Dinger Pops are a real bargain, because they have a lot more gum than most other gum pops. The gum pops. Can't we fly this thing any faster? We could if you weren't so pokey! Look, Gum Dingerland! Oh! To be continued.
Chew and oh so chewy caramel, lick a fruity lollipop. Pop in a tingling mint, cover up with a box. Lemon drop, bite into a licorice taste of buttery butterscotch. You got to try each and every one, so pick your favorite box.
I'll try them all.
Nobody treats America like Brax.
Oh, right. It's pronounced Brax. So I guess I should have read it in a Venom voice the whole time. Or anti-Venom, whatever that sounds like. Brock is the name of the guy who started that candy company, right?
This looks like a job for research!
A sophisticated and exhaustive study shows that Brock is indeed the name of the man who started Brock's Confections in 1904, using his life savings of $1,000. American dream type stuff.
These are Brax Confections, California raisins and peanut clusters, root beer barrels, cinnamon imperials, Brax Confections, gummy worms, star brights, and jelly beans. You got a sweet tooth, better get you some confections.
Nobody treats America like Brock's. I agree. No other company has ever offered me a mail-in offer for a Gumby and Pokey Fun Kit. When I'm done here, I'm going to get in my DeLorean and go back to 1987 so I can cash that in and get 6 full-color stickers, a Gumby Graham memo pad, 3 full-color Gumby bookmarks, and a Gumby pen. I rarely saw any Gumby when I was a kid. Was he that big of a deal? I never knew anybody that was super into that show. Certainly not enough to mail in for a Gumby and Pokey Fun Kit. But I guess if Gumby is not good for anything else, he's good for selling gum.
I recently got a comment from someone who says his grandfather was Gumby. That's neither here nor there, but I figure this is as relevant as that will ever be to bring up in a video. Today's current ad is toward the back of Han Solo #1, and in the majority, if not all of the Marvel books right now, there is a periodically changing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ad that shows up all the time, and it always has a phrase or a tagline that is trying to entice you to watch the show, but really means nothing if you aren't already watching it. Now that the 3rd season is over, the ad is selling the entire show and trying to get you to watch it on iTunes, because, that's the go-to place to binge television.
All the agents and that irritating Inhuman kid and Ward are all staring intently and kind of suspiciously beyond the page, and the caption at the top is, "Are you Inhuman?" What kind of incentive is that to watch a TV show? No. Not that I know of. I mean, I haven't taken a Terrigen mist bath lately, so I guess I don't know. I can understand if it played like a mystery. Who is Inhuman? If you knew what that was, you might be like, okay, the season's all about the Inhumans. You know, unlike last year. And the agents have to figure out who and where they are for their safety, and the safety of everybody who's at the mercy of the powers they don't understand, because this universe doesn't have a Charles Xavier to help them, just a Sky/Daisy who just figured out about her powers last year. But that wouldn't really make me want to tune in, even if I hadn't gotten fed up with it and stopped watching. What, is it some meta sort of thing? If I watch the show, I'll find out if I'm Inhuman and that somehow factors into the story? No, it's just cutesy and pointless. Imagine if Fox sold the X-Men movies like that. X-Men Apocalypse. Are you a mutant? No. And even if it wasn't a fictitious thing, what about that? I want to see a follow-up with a caption that says, "Have you tried not being Inhuman?"
Well, that's it for the bizarre, the hokey, the silly, the nonsensical, and the totally unnecessary in Cloak and Dagger number 10. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go find out if Cloak and Dagger have to summon a Megazord to fight giant Dr. Doom. See you next time.
Long as I remember the rain been coming down, clouds of mystery pouring, confusion on the ground. Good man through the ages, trying to find a son. And I wonder, still I wonder, who stopped the rain?
Nope. It's just a metaphor.